Samir Bhai and Shaileshi Diki's life revolves around Seva, Satsang, and Swadhyay. To introduce Samir Bhai, he is a chartered accountant and chartered financial analyst by profession and has lived in Dubai for 20 years. Inspired by listening to Param Gurudev's soul stirring pravachans available on YouTube, he returned to India, took a semi retirement voluntarily with the goal of spiritual pursuit. Samir Bhai has been doing relentless Shashan Prabhavna in various countries of the world like Uganda, USA, and Singapore. He is the president of the Jain Education Board run by Sri Theatre Bombay Vardhaman Sanakwasi Jain Mahasabha. He is blessed to offer Vayamat Seva and spends at least 10 to 12 days in Sandhya of Param Gurudev each month. To introduce Shailesh Didi, she has done a 2-year course in Jainology. She was also invited as a guest speaker during the Jaina Convention 2023 held in Florida. Jaina Convention is a huge organization in North America. She has also given lectures on Jain philosophy in California State University, Bakersfield. She has presented research papers and speeches at several national level Jain seminars. Being fluent in English, Gujarati, and Hindi, she offers her seva in Global Jain Agam Mission, which is a massive initiative by Gurudev Sri Namramuni Maharaj Sahib to translate Jain Agam scriptures into English. We welcome both of you and we're really looking forward to this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Adil Bhai, for organizing this. And thank you, Risha, Divya, and Adil Bhai, who are trying their best to get as many youth as possible. And thank you all for coming here.
Chapakati, Shravan Bhagwan Aviswamina Bhakti असीम अति उपकार राष्ट्रपिता परम गुरुदेव आप सेना श्री चरण and Jai Jilendra to all the Devan Sena. Thank you all for coming. So let's start by introducing yourself. Can you just say what you're doing and what's your name?
I'm Adnav Singh, I'm studying math.
Okay.
I'm Arya, I'm frequency as well. I'm Ashmi, I'm Kanishka, I'm great studying economics class. I'm Isha, I'm studying economics.
Everybody has students here.
I'm Ajay, and I'm going into year 10.
I'm Adarsh now.
I'm Vishwan and I'm going to
Harvest and positive.
Can the last time be a little louder?
I studied computer science as the first year.
Okay,
I'm Roshan. I just finished my third year.
okay. Can you please move a little forward so that you can have a little
I'm a Purva. I'm currently working. I'm enjoying my qualification.
I'm Malay. I'm currently working. I'm a recent engineering graduate.
I've had a chartered school.
I'm Yash. I work in real estate.
I'm Prachi and I work in the contract.
I've been working slowly.
I'm Isha and I'm going to my third.
So you've already divided yourself into categories. Your students, social, professional, very smart. Already in the groups are very. So all of you have a phone, I believe. Okay. Who all do not have a phone? Maybe we have 5 hands up. Okay. Dija Badane, all of you have phones? Okay, Gujarati and English or Hindi and English? What combination? Huh? Yes. Okay, Hindi people raise their hand. Hindi and English. Rest all are okay with everything, right? Hindi and English. बाकी जिनके पास सबके पास फोन है, what all phones do you have? अच्छा, let me ask you it another way. What phones did you have 3 years back? Okay, what do you wish for? Which phone? Would you like a small black Nokia phone? We have it in India, the button phones. You have one, yes, absolutely. Would you like to retain it or would you like to upgrade?
Already upgraded.
You already upgraded. And would you like to have the same phone after 3 years? 3 years, 4 years?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. So everybody likes to keep the same phone for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah.
Oh wow. My purpose is already solved. Let me go on this side because आप लोगों को ना मम्मी पापा ने वो सिखाया हुआ है कि अभी मिलेगा नहीं एक बार ये चैनल जब ये चैनल में आओगे ना बाद में यहाँ पर कुछ ले दो Can you go ahead? जी बराबर
I use iPhone
Okay. Which iPhone?
13.
Okay. So अभी जब next iPhone launch होगा, would you want to go for that also maybe?
Most likely.
Most likely. And is this the answer for all the people on this side of the door? Most probably. When you move from here to here, maybe next year when you come for starting Pravana, all this will become generally. Many people said that they are going to class 10, tier 10. So would you like to go to 11th next year or would you like to stay with 10? Stay with 10. Okay. When you in 9, would you like to go in 10 or stay at 9? Stay. Wow. All my questions are solved. Well, as we grow up, okay, let me come another way. When you were a little child, we used to play with Barbies and Hot Wheels cars. Yeah. Do you still have them?
Yeah.
Okay. You still play with them and take it to your school? Take it to your school? No. That means you have to accept that you like to upgrade a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit, right? So many of them asked when I asked Risha Didi that you all wanted to know why do we celebrate Paryushan? We all celebrate Paryushan, we all are shared, it comes for 8 days in a year. But sometimes our friends ask us that why Paryushan? Why for 8 days? And what is so special about these 8 days? So do you all have any answers? What is so special about these 8 days? And why do we celebrate Paryushan? Any idea? Any idea? We all do celebrate, right? which we don't know. Do we? Any clue? Any guesses? Yes. No guesses. Yeah, you want to say something? Yeah.
Just that enjoy your craving and DJ.
Okay. So learn DJ from factory by to the English, right? Anybody else? Yeah. Is it spiritual? Yeah, that's also good. So what Bhagwan has said, these 8 days, like there are certain different days where there are high tides and low tides. Why? Because the vibrations in the environment are such that the tides, it impacts the ocean and there are high tides and low tides. Sometimes there are eclipses, we have heard. And we have heard when there are solar eclipses, we are not supposed to step out of the house and we are supposed to stay away from those vibrations, right? तो एवरीथिंग बहुत सारे इंसिडेंट्स ऐसे होते हैं जिसके वाइब्रेशन के इम्पैक्ट हमारे में होते हैं और जब ऐसे सिचुएशंस बनते हैं तो पूरी एटमॉस्फेयर में देयर आर सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ वाइब्रेशंस दैट प्रिवेल्स so Bhagwan has said in Agam Shastras that during these 8 days it's filled with positive vibration and whatever kriya, whatever bhav, whatever activity we do is amplified during these days. We have seen, generally we feel like doing athai. At least, even if we can't do it, we feel like doing athai during these 8 days. We feel like controlling our craving. Otherwise, would we or wouldn't we? Otherwise, we wouldn't feel like. Why? Because whatever bhav we have, whatever emotions we have, that's amplified during these days. तो इस दरमियान ये 8 दिनों में ऐसे वाइब्रेशन होते हैं कि हमारे भावों को एम्पलीफाई कर सकता है तो अभी हमारे भावों को कैसे हम एम्पलीफाई करते हैं और उसका कैसे हम फ्रूट ले सकते हैं जनरली क्या होता है
Skip the English, please.
Only English? Fine, fine. Okay, I got a feedback in India and English, so I'll say English. Otherwise, so what is the essence of pollution? What is the favorite thing in pollution? Generally, last day, Samvatsari. क्या बोलते हैं? What do we all say on the last day? Michhami Dukkha. And why do we say Michhami Dukkha? Yeah. Forgiveness. But do we really forgive by saying just Michhami Dukkha? You forgive it. You have to have the emotional thing. Imagine you have a grudge with your friend and you just really don't like the person. And it's Samvatsari day, you go ahead and Michhami Dukkha. What would be your reaction on this next day? You forgive her or it will still be there inside? Huh? Okay, so let's do this with an activity. Can I get 3 volunteers or maybe 4? 2 from here, 2 from here. Let us understand the essence of pollution by doing an activity. Just 2 volunteers, okay? From that side we can have 2 volunteers. 2 volunteers. If you don't want to come, you can sit there. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Come.
It's 4. Okay. 4 or 3. Okay. Yes. So we are going to do a rapid fire quiz. You have to say the first thing that comes to your mind. And if there's nothing, immediately you have to say pass. You don't have time to think. Okay. So one question. We do. Thanks. Immediately, okay, the first thing that comes to your mind. So where do we begin? Begin from right. Or start from there? Okay, you want time to think already? Okay. First thing that comes to your mind is it's already so low. It's going to be very simple, okay? Instagram.
I don't know.
Okay, this is one word, okay? Next. Snapchat. Purchase. Okay, next. Telescope.
Shopping.
Halloween.
Green. The first one. It's the first one. The first one.
Churu.
3 years.
Churu. Huh? Pass. Okay. All pass. Google. ChatGPT.
Homework.
Market Spencer.
Birds.
Switzerland. Galapagos.
Pass.
Litti Chokha.
Pass.
Parshanath Award.
Spiritual.
Mahavir Swami.
Yeah.
Youth group.
Trading.
Paryushan.
Good.
Okay, thank you so much. Fine. So today we are here to learn why Paryushan. Okay. So we noticed one thing in this activity, and thank you all for coming and participating with so much of zeal and enthusiasm. With this simple and fun activity, we understood one thing. There were certain questions where there were immediate answers. Did you all notice? And there were certain questions where it said, huh? Pass, right? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Exactly. The things which we know, we tend to react, and we have emotion attached to it. If I say ice cream, everybody sitting here will start thinking which flavor do you like. If I say orange, you can imagine that it's tangy. If I say sugar or candy, you can imagine it is sweet. Because the things you know, you have a memory attached to it. And with this memory comes the emotion. We have two types of memory in here. Exactly like computer has a RAM memory and a ROM memory, right? You are just typing in a Word document, and if you do not save that and close it by any chance, we do have an auto recovery, but just in case we do not save it, and if the laptop crashes, we would lose that information. Similarly, there are two types of memories. One memory which we absorb through our senses, what we are seeing and what we are connecting. And the another memory is a deep memory which creates an emotion in us. Did anybody teach us how to eat? Or we just knew that when we are hungry, we need to eat. Initially, we may be busy while eating, maybe we are eating like this. But then we learn in a sophisticated manner, right? Did anybody teach us how to cry? Nobody taught us. These kind of memories are engraved in our soul, which are coming from births to come. And all these memories create our emotions. And Parva of Paryushan is a festival of forgiveness. And why are we not able to forgive? Because we are carrying that baggage of unwanted memories in our head. So, what are these unwanted memories? Let's see through a video. One video. One short video will show us how these memories impact. And even though if we feel that we have done the Chamidukram, we are not able to do it in real time.
Yeah, so
Practice
if someone tells you to climb those mountains, you can do it. At the end, see mountains. Yeah, so isn't it? If someone tells you to climb those mountains, you can do it. But what if someone tells you to kill those mountains? Is it possible? The past is all like a mountain. If you climb over it, you will move on and reach the top. But if you get it, it wears you down. That's why to clear your past, like and rise above it. Listen, it's an opportunity to move past your past. It is a challenge to find everything and start a new beginning. Okay.
Solution is an opportunity to let go past. Sometimes it happens that some of the friends may have not done something nice to us. Maybe you might have certain colleagues which may have been pushing you away from your progress. There may be harsh feelings. He's nodding his head. Yeah, we do have such experiences, all of us. But pollution is to let past the past. But why are we not able to get this past? Why are we not able? We all understand that this past is bothering us. These past memories are bothering us. Because of those past memories, we are having emotions, negative emotions, which are bothering us in the present. But why are we not able to let go of those past memories? All of us have these kind of negative memories in us. Some or the other, 1, 2, 3, at least, right? So I just got one comment. Can you please come? There are 2 jugs here. Can you bring those jugs? Both the jugs. They are glass jugs. Okay. That's great. Can you check the weight of both? Just roughly.
That's not the
This one is heavy, this one is lighter?
Yeah.
Okay, can you hold it for a while?
for this.
And then up so that everybody can see. So can you hold it? You're okay?
Yeah.
For some time? Yeah. Okay. I just want to cover up one more topic. But that's
fine.
So if we come back on these memories, before that I want to tell you, okay, it's okay, he's holding it, don't make him conscious. You have to listen what I'm saying. Along with the cleansing of memories, which I'm going to come back again, pollution is an opportunity to detox our body also. We all try to practice. Everybody's looking at you such a hero. Pollution is an opportunity to detox our body also. Like I already said, that we all try to do some kind of a fasting. If not fasting, we try to do chobya. How many of you all do chobya? Please in the question. Right? Try to do pollution or one ekashna, vyasana, upas. So there are research which say that if you do fasting, okay, even if you're doing chovya from evening 6 o'clock to morning 6 o'clock, a 12 hour of simple fasting increases our human growth hormones, the HGH level almost 5 times. And this human growth hormone is responsible for increasing our immune power. So a person who is doing regular chovya very falls sick, falls ill very, very less time. So this is, you want to try? Okay. Even there's a scientist in California, a scientist called Dr. Alan Gold-Hamer. We had got an opportunity to get on a Zoom call with him. Right in India, a disciple of Gurudev, Param Pavitra Muni Maharaj Sahib, he had done a very long fasting, almost 153 fasts in 187 days. It's long for almost 6 months, right? It's lasted for almost 6 months. And we got on a call with this doctor in California, and this doctor conducts experiments and he treats patients. He has a complete health center and he treats patients with water only fast. He treats hypertension and he is in the research of treating cancer patients. He has already treated obesity and hypertension also. We got on a very long video call, a Zoom call with him, and he said that this is what we do, and what Bharat had done is really amazing. So water-based fast, which already Bhagwan has told us to do, is a reason to become healthy. It's a reason to cure chronic diseases. So let's go. Okay, we can take it. This one was lighter, right? But then what happened?
Became like
Can somebody give him a mic, please?
became hot to hold.
Can you share your experience?
As time went on, it became harder to hold.
Right. Initially, you felt it was light.
Like
But the same weight, did it start becoming heavier and heavier?
yes,
Exactly, this is what happens to us. We feel that it's a simple grudge, it's a simple fight, it's a simple negative emotion which is sitting in our head. But as time, thank you so much. I'm sorry to bother you. It was a simple experiment and we have to relate it with us. A simple fight, a silly fight, a small insult may look little smaller to us, but if it is sitting in our heads, every time that instance comes in front of us, every time that friend, that parent, that colleague, that family member comes in front of us, that instant replays in our head. The longer we hold on to that instance, the heavier it becomes, like this shot. Initially, it may seem it's so simple, it's okay. But then, if we don't learn to let go, the chain of negativity multiplies inside and becomes heavier and heavier and heavier. So now what to do? We got the problem. What's the solution? How can we let go our negative memories? Paryushan is an opportunity, like I said, it's an opportunity to detox our body. It's the opportunity to detox our memories, detox our mind. But then it's not that easy. Like a pen drive, it's not easy to format your mind, is it? But it is easy to overwrite our memories. Sounds easy, isn't it? Or sounds difficult? How do we do that? When we are loaded with our negative memories, we learn to override it with immense good deeds. The more the good deeds we do, the more good things we do, the negative memory try to override itself. And then we don't have time to think about it. Think about like if something is paining, if you have got a sprain in your leg, and if your friend calls and it's on a video call and you haven't talked with him for a longer time, for that particular span of time, you'll forget your pain. Does it happen to all of us? Yeah. Why? Because the moment you dedicate yourself to something good, something you really satisfy, your pain fades away. Your pain fades away. Similarly, if some negative thoughts keep bothering you, you need to override it with good thoughts and good deeds. And Prabhu has shown various ways to do different good deeds. There are so many different channels how you can engage yourself in good deeds. You can explain what kind of goodness, what kind of good deeds you can do. I will explain us what kind of good deeds and how can we engage in doing that.
Before that, let's do a small activity to invite good values in ourselves.
So we have many ways to override our memories. Bhagwan has shown us various ways. Out of that, one simple way just to get together and do something to make someone happy. Events. Generally, we are always in the quest, what makes me happy? What do I like? What do I feel? Right? We all are in the quest of that. But how can we override it with something good? Let's see it in a small video.
What makes you happy? Your favorite food, your friends, good education, freedom, money, family, good health, your pet. But do you know what makes us happy, making others happy, feeding someone their favorite food. Arham Ahar. Providing them the access to good education. Arham Education Sahar. Being their friend in need. Arham Paryushan. Giving the voiceless a gift of freedom. Arham Jeevdata. Providing monetary support in a medical emergency. Arham Medical Sahar. Spending time with them like a family. Arham Ashram Sahar. Taking care of their health needs. Arham Dialysis Sahar. Arham Cataract Sahar. Rescuing the neglected street animals and birds. Arham Ambulance Sahar. And what makes this happiness different is the feeling of selflessness, a feeling of Nisward. To experience this, to become a Nisward. Join us. Join Arham Yuva Seva. You can register online on our website www.
Explained very nicely.
Like really explained very nicely. We need to override our memories with good ones. So we started our first Arham Seva group session here in James Center years ago. We did a food distribution to homeless and poor, just in need. And we have other member that has joined from India today with us. So I'd like to ask him to share his experience.
Sorry, can I request you, this guy have a teacher, can you prepare it for the number?
Okay, sure.
Come back again.
How long will it take?
How fast you reading? Fine.
That's fine.
But
Please take 10 minutes.
Enjoying the sentence, sorry for that.
Hello, everyone. My name is Apurva Doshi. I'm originated from Mumbai. I came to London for my master's in 2022 and have been working here now. So as you saw the video of Param Seva Group, I have been a member of Param since last 10 years approximately. So I was 15 when I joined, probably year 9, year 10. And I think it has been an integral part of who I am today and how it has shaped me. So for the next 2 minutes, while I share my experience, I would request your undivided attention, not for me, not for them, only for yourself. How many of us usually think of someone else except our family, except yourself, for the society, for the wider good? Arham gives you an opportunity to do that. Whenever I talk about donation, the first thing that might come to your mind is money. But there is a greater donation than money. Probably we are students, we are recent graduates. We might not be able to contribute financially to someone's well-being. But what you can do is you can give your time. So in what we do every week or once a month, we take out 1 hour of our usual schedules and just meet up to do something good. As you saw in the video, it could be anything that you was just giving someone food in need, spending time with people back in India. We had activities every weekend where we would go to orphanages, just spend time with some old age people or, very young kids, teach them, do some activities with them. What it does, it inculcates a value of respect and giving in you. And this emotion has helped me in not only in my personal life, but in my professional life as well. There's a saying, you all must have heard that to get respect, you have to give respect. So when you bow down to someone, when you try to help them in different ways, I think Arham gives you that opportunity to get that respect and feel good about yourself and not be selfish sometimes. So I think everyone can probably donate 1 hour a month, not even a week, right? And you just meet up, do something good, do something great for the greater good, right? So I think Aram has been instrumental.
Very good. Excellent.
We're showing a QR code, so if anyone's interested to join, please scan it and join the group.
You can begin with just 1 hour a month, then you can increase it gradually. Are you able to? All right. Till the time they come back after having their food, can we have some questions?
A question regarding this asam, like what is the minimum or maximum age limit? Right, package food.
The QR code is not.
Yeah.
It's okay. They will fix it and
Okay. Okay.
So expecting plus plus are going to pay the bills. There is no upper limit for Seva. So it's just the between is the almost 15 years if you can, so that they are able to go on their.
any other questions? Lena wants to ask something.
We've spent a few months preparing for your visit, and I have a question for you. What I've been fascinated with is even on Zoom in India, you're wearing you're covering your mouth and you're wearing white clothes. We would like you to share your journey with us as to how you got to this stage and what made you change to this state. We'd also like to understand your life a little bit.
Sure. My profession, I'm chartered accountant and chartered financial analyst. And as soon as I passed my CA, I went to UAE. I lived in Dubai for 20 years. And since childhood, I was given this sanskar. And maybe because of my past sanskar, I like to hear pravachan since childhood. So when I went to Dubai, obviously I'm a sadhu son, cannot come over there. And in 2009, I'm talking about 2009, we did not have much of YouTubes and social media. So one fine day, fortunately, I got a CD, compact disc with Gurudev's pravachan. And what I used to do, I was so happy to get that. What I used to do while going to the office and coming back from the office, I used to listen to his pravachans. I never saw him. There was no picture of him on the CD itself. I never saw him. I didn't know how great he is. I started listening to his pravachans. And the more and his pravachans, see, we listen to so many speakers in our life. Some speakers we like to listen to them. However, they will just touch your mind. But Param Gurudev's, because it's Prabhu's mind, so he was touching my heart. Then I realized what's the purpose of this life. In the morning, we took that session, right? What's the purpose of life? See, I showed one slide. If you could play that slide again, the difference between human life and animal life. It's very interesting. And that's my self experience. I said, animals have family, we have family. Animals have children, we have children. They eat, we eat. They fight, we fight. We are educated, they are also trained. So what's the purpose of this life? What's the purpose? So are we going to just live an ordinary life? Wake up in the morning, go to the office, do our work, earn money, spend, sleep at night, next the same routine, and one day life will be over. So those kind of thoughts were going on my mind for quite a long time. Then what I did in 2011, I took a spiritual holiday. I went to India, Mumbai, and attended one shibir of Param Gurudev in 2011. Since then, I got connected and I started taking spiritual holidays. See, what happens if all of you come down to India, right? Once in a year, or maybe once in 2 years. But when you come down, you are so busy meeting your relatives, friends, and all the leisure activities. However, I used to take spiritual holiday, and that really helped. Then, with Gurudev's Krupa, we started Look and Learn in Dubai. And Lina, there are about 150 to 200 children. They study Look and Learn Dubai. So I got an opportunity to teach there. And honestly, at that time, I did not have much knowledge. But I had a faith. Gurudev has given me Atma, so let's go for it. And while, see, to teach, you need to first learn. And I started reading those Look and Learn books. And then I started loving Jainism. Till that time, I was a spiritual person. I was a religious person, but I was doing more of Kriya than Bhav. Then, after started teaching in Look and Learn, I realized how fortunate am I to get a beautiful Dharma like Jainism. Because it's not only for Jains, it's for everyone. It's for all the souls. So likewise, I was doing different seva and I started requesting Gurudev, when can I come back permanently to India? I want to take semi-retire. Because I don't want to waste my life in just earning, enjoying, spending. May I ask you, do you have any guarantee will you be alive next day or the next year? No guarantee. Then, if something like that happens, could you purify your soul? They will show you different ways how to purify, clean your soul. But if you don't devote time, this life may get over any time. There is no guarantee. So I started requesting Gurudev and finally I got Agna in 2017 to come back to India permanently. Then what I did, I divided my 1 month in two parts. 15 days spiritual, 15 days professional. But priority is always spiritual. And when I came back in 2017 with Guru Krupa, I was at the peak of my career. I was finance director for a very leading international financial center. But I had more satisfaction in serving the society. And slowly, I, even now, I try to be with Gurudev for 10 to 15 days in a month. Sometimes with him or sometimes I'm doing seva remotely. And this is how I got connected when Gurudev gave me Agna. Okay, you need to go to different parts of the world and spread the truth. So this is how we began our journey. Jai Hind.
Jai Jinendra. So, my journey from childhood, I would say, I was always a curious mind. My parents used to call me a question mark. Wherever I would go, I would just like to drill everything. Why this? What this? And I grew up in a family with grounded Jainism. You want me to repeat? Okay. So I was just saying that I grew up in a family with very deep roots of Jainism, which my parents always used to go to the nearest upashray and do a lot of activities. And I was always very curious, being a part of everything. I just told them that I was always called like a question mark of my house. I liked to research everything, and that is how I pursued a science stream. I pursued my bachelor's in biochemistry and microbiology. Everything fascinated me. How does the body work? How did the microbes attack my body? And why does my immune system work so well? What happens when, because biochemistry taught me how my body works. Microbiology taught me how does that attack my immune system. So those are two diverse subjects, and it always fascinated me how beautifully all this works. Studying further, I got interested in the genealogy. And there was a 2-year course of genealogy which I pursued in my university. So I completed my 2-year course and I got a lot of insights that learning my body, I started knowing my soul. That how is my soul attacked? And I was exploring things myself, but there were so many unanswered questions which I was not able to, fit the pieces, the puzzle pieces in. And then Param Gurudev's Chaturmas just was near my house. And I started following Param Gurudev's pravachan. Param Gurudev's pravachan were like, 1 + 1 = 2. How simple is that to understand? It's just that all your questions in your mind. And I believe that whoever comes in Gurudev's Salakya and even attends one smallest pravachan, they all would feel that whatever questions you have in your mind, all those questions are answered right then and there. But the same thing happened with me. I attended those pravachans and all my questions started being answered. I always have simple questions. Why do sadhukas wear mobati? Even I had that question, Mirabai. Why do they wear white? Why do they do this? With Mopati, the moment I started understanding the science of the soul, the science of karma, what happened? Nothing ends with the death. There is something which follows and there is something which will follow. When I started understanding and broadening my vision from past, present, and future, I started understanding that my present acts are going to reflect my future. With Param Gurudev's guidance, I learned that if we are wearing a mopati, the force of the air which comes out of the mouth when speaking hurts so many tiny living beings which are present in the air. Bhagavan Mahavir said, all the air also has a lot of microorganisms. There are microbes in the air, and air itself is a chi. It's a living being. So when we are speaking, we are throwing that air, we are throwing that warm force, and it hurts those trees so much. So what Paranjali explained, and like we got a volunteer also to speak, that to lead a selfless life, I mean, speaking is important, but how you speak is in our hands. Thinking is important, but how you think is in our hands. So when you speak with your mouth covered, you are speaking, you're conveying your thought, you're conveying a message, but in the end, you are not hurting any trees around. So that is the essence why Shastra Prabhavas, when we are preaching Bhagavan Mahavir's thoughts, words, and preachings, we try by doing that, we are not hurting anybody else. And that is the essence of wearing the mopati which we are wearing. So I hope it's clear, yes, the white red. Generally, scientifically, when we see colors, every color responds in our mind in a different way. And we have lots of varieties and colors, and the moment we start going into varieties, our mind starts wavering. So when we look at white, automatically the white color emanates peace. So white symbolizes peace and having very less, waviness in your mind. So and also we all know that white symbolizes peace. So to emanate this peace, to symbolize that peace, we always wear a white attire by doing Shastra. So,
Yes. Just to add something, Lena, when you woke up in the morning, You have to choose, right? Should I wear pink sari or green sari or blue sari, right? So you have a lot of options, and when you have options, your mind gets wavering. But we have no choice. We are very happy with the white robe. So our time doesn't go in this outer outfit, but we try to clean our inner outfit.
So, Shastra Prabhava, while doing Shastra Prabhava, we are representing Bhagwan Mahavir and preaching. So, while Shastra Prabhava, we are Shravaks and Shravikas, but we are here for a purpose. And when we are there for a purpose, like when we can say a boat which is in the water but is unaffected by water, we try to lead a different life. Being in the sansar, we try to lead a different life. So with Gurudev Agna, I was in US for almost 6 years, and then I again moved back to India, and then Gurudev gave me Agna. He inspired me to join Lukanand like Samivan. Lukanand, I would say, is a foundation of all the understanding which we have absorbed. While teaching other children, we started learning ourselves and we started implementing everything in our life. And then there was just a progress. We started a different group of satsang, another satsang group, and then here I am. That's it.
All right. So thank you for coming back in time. So before we begin the next session, let's do some activity. A game icebreaker. And I need some volunteers, maybe 10, 12. Yes, you can come. Okay.
Come on.
Okay.
Don't be shy. We still need more.
Take one
We
seat.
need 10 people.
And you have to do it in pairs. Okay, come on. It's very simple. It's not scary. Looks scary. We are not with anyone. Okay. Yes, I need some couple of no. You need to do it. Okay. Okay. Yes. Come on. The front, first, second row.
Come on, guys.
Come on. That's fine. Okay. You can take one. You can take one. You need to play this game in pairs. So two each. Okay. What you need to do is no, you need to just take one. Okay. Still we have got two more.
So 4 more people, please.
Anyone? Roshan Rona. Why not? Yes, you can take one. Okay, can I just borrow this for me? What you need to do is, okay, Roshan Rona, can you demonstrate that? Just sit of you. What's like it? Become a big deal. Fine. Okay. Then you need to lift it on your index finger. Okay, you need to put it down. Okay. Then what you do? Now you need to lift it up with your index finger. With another index finger. Okay. You need to lift it up and then again you need to sit down. Just see how many times the repetition you want. Yes. You can get up. You can get up. Yes. Oh, you should not remove your finger. It's a group activity. You? No, not that thing. See? Looks easy, but it's not. Yeah. Okay. So all of you start doing it. Now you understand what you are supposed to do. Okay. Now all of you start. Look for things like See, all of you got an idea now how to do that. Then you need to sit down again. Sit back again. It should touch your index finger. On behind. Okay, we need to get up. We need to get up. Okay, now you know to put. Brian from GA. Yeah, it should not touch your hand, it should touch only your index finger. Right. Finish cardio. Cardio, finish it. That's when you did. Can you do it? Ask me, is it I can just keep doing it. I was going to. Hello everyone. I think you all tried for a couple of times. Who would like to share their experience? Was it easy? How was the coordination among two of you? Medium. You want to share something? Maybe give the mic to them. How many times could you do it properly?
I did it 2 or 3 times.
Was it proper? So it wasn't touching your hand. It was just touching your index finger.
Most of the time.
Most of them. Was it? It looked so easy, but was it easy? It wasn't. Roshan Ronak, was it easy? No. Okay, great. Please take your things. Suppose. Isha did it when I need to do that later. Stop. All right. So, Hardik, you did participate? Okay. So he had given us two topics. One was why pollution, which Devi has already covered, and knowing Bhagavan Mahavir's virtues to succeed in the life. So I'm going to cover that. But before that, let's do Arham 3 times. Take deep breath in. See?
Um, um,
Uh,
um,
uh, Anyone working in digital marketing company or you? No? Anybody use social media advertisement in your company or are you familiar about it? Have you heard the concept called RPC? No? Revenue per click. What is that? You know, if you are on social media, for instance, you like a product or service, you know, you click on that advertisement and then you will be onto their website and then you have a choice whether you're going to buy the product or not. But do you know that every time you click that, somebody is paying cost for that? The advertiser pays that cost to the Facebook or Instagram or any other social media. Today, we are going to learn Bhagwan Mahavir's RPC. These are Bhagwan's virtues. Any guesses? R stands for respect. Yes. P, patience. And C, compassion. So when we learn this RPC concept, you will not ever lose anything, but you will always gain. You will always succeed in your life. This is your success mantra. R, respect. Bhagwan Mahavir was born with three types of knowledge. He knew so many things by birth. But still, his parents told him, you have to go to the school. He went to the school. Like, how do you go? So that shows his respect. Because he could have said, no, I know everything. I don't need to go. Then, whatever his teacher was teaching, he knew most of the things. But he would answer only when he is asked that question. And we all like to do what? Show off our knowledge. I know better than you. So that's called one type of ego. You know, there is an inverse relationship between knowledge and ego. Higher the knowledge, lower the ego. Higher the ego, lower the knowledge. You check. Bhagwan Mahavir gave us beautiful sutra. Who all wants to succeed in life? Who wants to make money and be wealthy and famous? Many of you want to do it, but you are raising hand like this. I know all of you wants to become a wealthy person and a famous person. So for that, Bhagwan gave a very simple solution. Sampatti vinayasya, vivatti avinayasya. That means the more respect you have, more wealthier you will be. And if you are disrespectful, you will be always surrounded by some or the other problems in your life. You may have seen so many people, even in UK, so many people are homeless, so many people are not doing well. Why? This is one of the main reasons. I've met many celebrities in my life, and one common thing I've noticed in them, they're all very down to earth people. I've met all big cricketers, Dhoni, Tendulkar, everyone. One common thing, they are very down to earth. You know Warren Buffett, one of the richest person in US, he still lives in his old apartment or house, which was a 50 years old house. And he's one of the maybe 10, top 10 richest person in the world. Very humble. He said, why should I go for a bigger apartment? Elon Musk, okay? He lives in a quota category. He sold his house because he said, I'm wasting too much time in taking care of my house. So these are the qualities of successful people. So are you paying good respect to your parents? They're smiling. What does it mean? This side as well. Anyone? How do we disrespect parents? You know, when they are telling us something, yeah, no. And when they are talking to us, we are busy with our social media. So that's one type of disrespect. And always remember one thing. Why should we have ego of anything? Because there is always a superior person than me somewhere. Okay, Tendulkar was best. Then Virat Kohli came. Then another cricketer came. So nobody remains permanent at that spot. So we should never ever have ego in our life to succeed. Second one is patience. And to give you one more example, how many of you respected your partner while doing that exercise? You know, you are doing, how many of you told your partner, oh, you are not doing right? You don't know how to do that. Maybe openly or in your mind, either way. So we need to have respect for our team members. Patience. Is the patience increasing day by day or decreasing? Please participate. Decreasing. Decreasing. Why? Why is that?
Expression.
First to get.
Sorry?
That's first to want everything.
Yes.
Expect.
Bhagwan had a lot of patience in his life. You know Bhagwan Mallinath? Bhagwan Mallinath, you know? One of our 24 Tirthankars. He took Diksha in the morning and he attained Kevalnath. Kevalnath means complete knowledge by evening. And Bhagwan Mahavir, he took Diksha and it took about 12 and a half years to attain the Kevalnath. Both were Tirthankars. But Bhagwan Mahavir had very heavy karmas. It is said that if you weigh Bhagwan Mahavir's karma versus remaining 23 Tirthankars, Bhagwan Mahavir's karma were very hard to break. Still, did he give up? 12 and a half years. He lived in jungle, did his sadhana, faced so many adversities. And what do we do? Fine, in business, in school, in studies, we still work hard because we have no choice. But if I ask you to remember Samite, if I ask you to do Samite, learn Samite, how many of you will do that? કેટલાને Samite આવડે? How many of you do Samite? It's very simple actually. You all can learn with your high IQ and memory, you can learn in a week's time, just 1 week. But why don't we learn that? Because we don't see any tangible benefits. So if Lina Ben or Ajay Bhai, if they declare from today's session, whoever youth learn Samite, In next 1 month, you will give them 2,000 pounds. How many of you will learn in a month's time? Everyone. Why?
There's all quality in the report.
So we always value tangible benefits. Right? Otherwise, what? So that means you have the patience, but you need some sort of motivation. But Bhagwan did not give up. He did not have any motivation. He was alone, all alone in the forest. And finally achieved able now. So whatever you do in your life, you have to have patience. You know, you look at all successful people. Steve Jobs, he was fired from his own company. Still he built a biggest empire in the world. Patience. Patience always pays off. The third virtue of Bhagwan, compassion. Bhagwan attained Keval Jnana. So his moksha was for sure, it was going to happen. You understand moksha? Moksha means you don't have to take rebirth. Still, he had a lot of compassion in his heart. That time is coming very bad. What will happen to these ignorant people? Because Bhagwan said, ignorance is the root cause of any sinful activity. So whatever he saw in his Keval Jnana, he told us everything out of compassion. He was giving pravachan, deshna, every day for 3 hours. So how long did he do it? Anybody knows? He attended Keval Jnana at the age of 42. And he attended moksha at the age of 72. So for 30 continuous years, he gave pravachan. Why? What was the need? He was surely going to attend moksha. Then why did he do that? Can anyone tell me about that? Others can follow. What was his benefit in that? Selflessness. Yes. So first you need to get the right knowledge, then you become selfless. So in your day-to-day life, how can you practice the compassion? Do you all practice compassion? Adil, right? How do you practice this in day-to-day life? By helping others. Okay. See, there is a difference between, these are two important words. Please pay attention. Humanity and superhumanity. Adil, you said you will help somebody. Have you started working? Okay, so you want money. What if I'm a needy person and I come to you every day? Please give me food. You will give me that for a day. You will give it to me for a second day. And third, fourth day, you will say, sorry, I can't help you anymore. So, were you helping that person permanently or temporarily? Temporarily, right? So, what's the permanent solution? That's what Bhagwan did. Superhumanity. The root cause of all the problems is ignorance. So he tried to tell us the truth. And if once I understand the truth and if I follow that, I will never have any problems in my life. So how can you practice that? Do you believe water has life? Yes. Water itself is life. Science has proved water has life, but water itself is life. So in the morning when you wake up, what do? So do you open that tap slowly or fast? So sometimes, you will be brushing your teeth and if you get a phone call, the tap will be on. So these small baby steps we need to take. We need to save water because in the morning we discussed, you lose what you misuse. Do you know in Africa, there are so many people. There are so many people, they don't get water to eat, water to drink in day-to-day life. Why? Because they misused in the past. So what we should do is, we should practice compassion. There are many other points, but I want to spare some time for the question answer. So what are the three virtues which we all should try to imbibe in ourselves? First one, second, third, compassion. Is it hard to do it or can be done? Only Bhagavan can do it or even we can do it? So let's start doing it. Okay? So if you have any questions, Didi and I are available to answer. Any questions? I know you have a lot of questions in your mind.
Jay, another question. How do you connect to your child? Like at the moment, there's so much external environment effect. Like, oh, my friends have phone, I don't have it. Too much screen time at the moment. If you tell them, let's listen this project, definitely they are more interested in Netflix, Amazon Video, all other things rather than like as a parent, we are trying to motivate them, encourage them to go towards the social values. As I got it from my parents from India, I never questioned them because as what family follows, we go to Paryushan, we go to Rasal, we go Shibir, Narasan. Here they don't see those environments. Like Chatur Master, how to respect elderly people. Here people live separately. So in this modern, how parents, it's very challenging for them to continue to encourage them towards Jainism, to follow good values. So how do you do?
Okay.
This is good, very challenged at the moment.
Yes. You have to set an example. So what's your screen time? May I ask you? Every day.
Basically, I work in software testing, so
So
7
that's fun. Work is okay.
for me, I only use screen time, only use phone just to look at the school emails, or I tell them what I do actually.
So you don't use social media.
No.
Excellent.
Much.
Excellent. What's your screen time?
Try to do modeling for them.
Okay. What's your screen time? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? Yes, yes, yes. 3 days. As I said, I was living in Dubai. So I made sure I go to India not for leisure, but for spiritual break. And I used to take my children also with me. Because what you do, they observe. Okay. So you have to have do you do that? You go to India every year?
Not every year, but every 2 years or 3 years.
Okay. So whenever you go, how many days you spare for spiritual?
Let's try to go Palitana or try to go Girnar. So at least 1 week goes for religious and 1 week try to do spiritual things. Because hardly we have 2 weeks.
So you need to go often. Why not every 6 months? We spend so much on, holidays. So if you go say every 6 months or every year, have 3, 4 days of spiritual break, so your children will also get connected. In this time, if you tell them don't use social media, it's not going to happen. It will backfire. So you tell them something better, you show them something better, then immediately they will leave that. See, she's left. However, for instance, when she was small, if she has a knife in her hand, and if you tell her, give me that knife, she won't give. But if you show her the chocolate, she'll take the chocolate and leave that knife. This is what we need to do in our life. Okay?
Just to add one more point, we can have a family time, a family prayer time. Generally, what happens that the frequency of the children and the parents don't match because we think differently. So when we spend 5 times just before the bedtime, all the family members together, you can chant any one mantra, whatever. It can be Namaskar mantra, it can be Arham, it can be Uvasagara, anything, whatever mantra connects with you. It can be locals, or it can be any simple pratna or a stuti, whichever you say. But make sure all the family members, if you are living with your grandparents or if you're living alone, all the family members spend 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes before your bedtime. And when you chant a particular mantra together, when you have that time, what happens is all the energy of our mind, all the vibrations that emanate from our soul start aligning itself. So they will start following you, you will start understanding them. So our always the question is that they don't listen to us. But when our frequencies start matching, they will automatically start following. So you can try it this way. If we do mantra sadhana, there'll be two benefits. We all are in the same frame of mind. And secondly, the waveliness, the restlessness of the mind also goes down. So they will have a less need to attach to the social media. So this is one thing which all of us can start implementing. It's extremely powerful technique to create a family bonding. Being alive with people.
Any questions from this side? All of you are very intelligent. You know everything.
Yeah, that.
So, actually, not all questions. Yes, please. While you are thinking of questions, I wanted just to say a few words. My name is Paryushan. I'm the chair of trustees of the Chain Network. So first of all, thank you all very much for coming, and thank you for enjoying the games. Thank you for participation. Thank you for doing that for nearly 1 hour. I'm sure we would like to thank Sri Samirbai and Sri Shailesh Didi for hosting Paryushan. And this is the UK, so I think we can clap. Because you are here, I wanted to ask. I was sitting there thinking it's a lot of fun to ask questions and play some games. So I wanted to ask a couple of questions. Does anyone know what this building is called? Trade Center London. Does anyone know who made this building? No? Dr. Natubai Shah. Actually, the building is made and yes, Dr. Natubai Shah, but it's developed by a charity. Do you know, does anyone know what the charity is called? You have to shout because my hearing sucks. Does anyone know what the charity is called? No? J Network. Very good. J Network. So I just want to tell you a very short story about Dr. Natubai Shah. Dr. Natarajan Shah was a doctor, medical doctor. He was a general practitioner. You know what a general practitioner is, right? GP. I'm a cardiologist, but he was a GP. And Dr. Natarajan Shah came to this country, to the UK, very long time ago, 1970. So that's his daughter, Siddhartha, my wife, Nina. He came to this country a long time ago, and when he arrived in this country, he arrived with the equivalent of £5 in today's money. Okay, £5. £5. That's what he came with. But he was a qualified doctor. And by the time he died 2.5 years ago, he had made millions of pounds because he was a doctor and he was very clever. And he, from an early age, used to save money. He used to invest in property and a lot of different things. And then whatever. But in the end, he made quite a lot of money. Okay. Now, this center was his idea, but this was not his only idea. Does anyone know what else he did? Has anyone been to Leicester?
Yes.
Has anyone been to the Derasser in Leicester? So the Derasser in Leicester was the first Derasser in the Western world. Okay. Do you know whose idea that was? Dr. Natarajan Shah. Okay. A long time ago, when he was in Leicester, he built this Derasser. Not on his own, but he was a driving force for the Derasser. Then, after he retired, he moved to London and he decided that we should build a center like this. Has anyone looked in the center? You're in this room. Have you seen anything else in this building?
Yes.
You've been upstairs?
No.
Okay. Before you go home, go upstairs. Upstairs is the Derasser. Okay. Now, who has been to Derassers in India? Has anyone not been to the Derasser in India? Okay. I have been to a few Derassers in India, and I've never seen a Derasser like this one. All Derassers is a little bit different, but this one is quite different. Do you know what the difference is? The difference is in the name network, J network. So Natarajan was very clever, and he was a visionary. After he retired as a doctor, I forgot to say one thing. When he was very young, he went to doing Vidyalaya for his education. So from a very early age, he was taught and he developed an interest in Jainism. But he did the things everybody else does. So, he qualified, he had fun, he made lots of money, he had a nice car, he did all of these things. But from an early stage in his life, he had an interest in religion. And when he came here to the UK, one thing he noticed was there's not a lot of Jains in the UK. Do you know how many Jains there are approximately in the UK? Yes. I think in the whole country, it's maybe 60 or 70,000. Okay. How many Jains are there in Mumbai? In lakhs. Okay. So there are only about 65,000 Jains. And one thing that Dr. Natarajan used to think, we heard about Bhagwan Mahavir. So all Jains know and believe in Bhagwan Mahavir, right? But when I went to India, I went to Derassar, I noticed that there are many different types of Jainism, right? You have some type that believe in this, you have some type that believe in something else, you have some type that practices this, you have some type that practices something else. So Dr. Natarajan, after we qualified, he did a PhD in Jainism. He was very learned. He went around India and met lots of different Maharaj, Acharya, everybody. And when he came here, his idea was this. We don't have so many Jains in the UK, all right? So how many different kinds of temples should we have? Because if you go to India, maybe you find, I don't know, 20, 30, 40, 50 times, right? So should we have 50 different type of temple and each one is is used by 1,000 people? Or should we have 50 and everyone competes, oh, come to our center. No, you come to our center. Someone said hot shot, right? You know, हमारे Harrow master comes to Harrow or Hampton or come to somewhere else. So his idea was, during the network, what we need to focus on is the core principles and philosophy of Jainism. And so when if you go upstairs, please go before you leave, you will see that there are different areas, temples, for Dharavasi, Slanapasi, for everybody. They can learn. It's not to divide, it's to unite. It's to unite. And this other thing was, is there anyone in this room who was born in London, in the UK? Okay, very good. Is there anyone who thinks that they're going to live in this country maybe forever? Or for many years? Or is everyone going back to India in 3 years? A lot of people are going to live here, right? And a lot of people are going to be born here, okay? And what Natava used to say was, you know what I noticed when I went to India, people, young kids, very young children, that they are taught, you know, a lot of things. You should do a puja like this, Avinasana right, Paryushan right, this is what, you know, all of these things, right? But the question is, who understands why they're doing it? Apakah Kavina Karan? Apakah puja karan? Puja nahi karan? So, you know, a lot of different things. So he always thought that it's very important in London, the UK, for us to think about the future generations and how they will retain Jainism, how it will be preserved. So even everyone in this room, and definitely future generations, you know, people are not just going to do something because we tell them. They have to understand why they're doing it, and they have to, it has to be relevant to your daily life. You know, like we heard from Shailesh and so everybody has to be relevant to your daily life. You know, when you do something in your normal life, you have to understand why this is relevant. So this center, Trade Center London, right? There is a reason why the center is so large, and there is a reason why it's not just a darasa. You go upstairs, it's a darasa, and the concept there is for everybody. We are not competing with anyone. You know, you can never have enough. Up a shop spoil, right? If you have a shop, supermarket, would you think that I will create the best shop world and nobody will go to any other shop? You will not do that, right? But you will think, let me create a very good shop. My shop market, people go to my shop, I'll be happy. They can go somewhere else, that's okay. But come to my shop. So we have a unified terrace upstairs, but then we have this floor. And this is still being built, okay? It's not completed. So we you know, it's a few more months before it is fully open. But we have this floor and we have the ground floor. So we have actually have more space outside the darasa than we have space in the darasa. And Dr. Natavai's concept was, what you have to do is you have to find a way to attract people into the building, and you have to try and teach them, but at least inform them in a way in a way that they understand. And you know, these games and everything I was watching was great because I think people had fun. But then maybe they will also remember a few things that, okay, you know, when I was playing that game, you know, that was about being patient. Or when I was playing that other game, it was about if you keep, you know, keep holding something, that negative thoughts build up. That's what I heard. So, you know, this was his idea. So what we are going to do in this center is we are going to have a lot of different kind of activities like this, activities to teach music, dance, cultural activities. We're going to have a pure Jain restaurant downstairs. There will be sports activities with fantastic volunteer team, and Harder is the lead of that. So thank you for coming. I would like, hopefully, all of you to go back and remember that we had a great session, educational session. We did it in the Jain Center, which is a unique place because there is nothing like this in London or the UK. There are a lot of terraces, but you know the concept here is that we want to find new ways of preserving our religion, of extending our religion, and having a place where it's fun. You know, you don't have to say, today's Saturday. Today's Sunday, you must go to the darasa. You know, it might be the other way around. Mom, can we go to the Jain Center because I want to meet my friends around and have this activity or this other activity. So that's the concept. So I want to end by thanking you for coming and Sagar, you're going to has put, you know how to get here, but we have a website. So you can go on the website. You have regular information about what are the activities and things that are going on. We have a volunteer group. So, you know, please join and participate. And this center is going to be a center whose direction and activities will be determined by everyone who comes to the center. That is our vision. Vision is not to have a center that says, okay, this is what we teach. Yeah, the center is, I mean, there are some core principles, but the idea is that the people who come and join the center will determine what is the direction of the center. So thank you so much for coming. This is only day 2 of Paryushan. We have several more days to keep cleaning and refreshing and getting rid of those negative emotions and all the other things that you have been learning. But let me also end by thanking again Sumirbai and Shreya for a great afternoon. Thank you very much. Right. Hello. I know today it's Sunday, we have some other plans, so we'll finish in 5 to 10 minutes. Any other questions? We'll just take 2 more questions and then we'll finish the session. So what's the plan for rest of the evening? No plans? That's a good plan.
Further habits which we can kids can by themselves follow day to day. So that they preserve or they keep generating life. That is two point those things in day-to-day life, small habits which can develop into their DNA. So some if you can suggest that it coming from us something a regular habit. So it just goes from here and out from here. But maybe hearing from you and if it's insane, we would like to if they follow it, I think that would help because we have grown up in India, so we have been in the environment
every now and then. They are here. Unfortunately, we are not capable enough to give them that environment at every day level or major of us was eat or marriage and that. So now we have started involving them, taking them to their morning, we took their importance back. So they all did puja, which was credited. Because for them, we have been very far from the country and the religion into daily basis. But some habits, if you can guide them, what can be called for day to day, in day to day life would be good.
Sure.
Thank you.
You know, Bhagwan, you know what's the definition of dharma? Let's clear it out first. As per you, what's the definition of dharma? Anyone? Bhagwan said, when you are in your nature, true nature, you are doing dharma. As simple as that. When you are respectful, when you are compassionate, okay, when you like to follow the truth, you are doing the religion. And when you are angry, when you have cheating feelings, when you have ego, you are doing adharma. So dharma's definition is very simple. And I would request all the parents, unfortunately, the way we have taught that Jainism is, we can't do this, we can't do this, we cannot do this, we can't do this. So they have become negative about it. But there are so many positive things. Like today, Bhagwan's three virtues, respect, patience, and compassion. That's like following dharma. If they imbibe these values in their life, they don't have to do much. That's in their day-to-day life. One more thing. You know, Bhagwan said, Jayam Chare, Jayam Chitte, Jayam Ase, Jayam Sai, Jayam Bhujanto, Bhasanto, Pau Kamam Na Bandai. The simple definition is, be careful, be alert all the time. Be careful and be alert while walking. How should you walk? You should just walk carefully so that you don't harm any insects. Jayam Chitte, how should you stand? How should you sit? You may see, when we sit, we make sure, there are no small, tiny living beings. Then, Jayam Bhujanto, when you eat, you have to be very careful. Because see, each living being, they like to live. Even tiniest ant like to live. Nobody wants to die. So we should not be harming. Nowadays there is a trend, people eat, eggs, etc., even in jails, so which is very, very bad. So what you eat, because as per the food, your thoughts will be. So what you eat, and last, how you speak. You should speak respectfully. Your words should not be weapons. So be alert and careful all the time. If you just teach them, make them more alert too. That's more than enough in this time. And slowly, slowly, when they get mature, they will understand the rest of the things. Even we were living that type of life. But slowly, slowly, when you get mature, other things will come in place.
Just to add what I said, just three small things. Today morning, the little kids of the Kerala performed. How many of you are present? Okay. There was a performance of little children, and rightly Ajay pointed out that this is such a beautiful opportunity and such a beautiful premises. And then spirituality prevails here. The moment you enter in this area, you feel the positivity and the vibes here. So I would recommend you connect your children with a Pathshala. Because as you rightly said, when we tell them, it be from here and you go out. But when somebody else would explain it to them, they would connect them. And not only once or twice, but a regular regime. It's going to be just once a week, 1 hour, any Pathshala. And if a Pathshala starts here and it's really accessible, then that would be a great opportunity. So generally, at Look and Learn, we teach the children just three simple habits, little 3-year-olds, just three habits to begin with. Begin your day by saying Jai Jai. Just one statement, begin your day by saying Chaitanya. When you leave your house or when you wake up, touch the feet of your parents and say Chaitanya. Is that doable?
Yeah.
And it's doable for the kids. It's not even time consuming. The second habit which we generally teach them is Supatradhan. Why we sit for our lunch, even if they go to school and have their lunch box with them. Just before eating, just for 1 second, you think, if any sadhu sadhgis come, I would like to share my food, I would like to offer my food to them. What would be the benefit by doing that kind of a bhav? Here in the UK, physically, Panch Mahavrat has the sadhu sadhgis are not going to come. So the values of Supatradhan, offering to sadhu sadhgis, can tend to get lost. Just by having that bhav that before I eat, I will wish I want to offer it to somebody. What happens is we are engraving that indirectly. And when they will get an opportunity to go India and meet that sadhu sadhguru, that feeling, that bhav which is engraved inside will immediately come up. So that can be one small habit before having your meal. They have to think, I want to offer and share my bits first to the sadhu sadhgis and then I will have my food. And the third habit, before sleeping, touch the feet of the parents, or if not touching, just join your hands and say sorry if I've misbehaved for the entire day. And these habits are not only for kids, but for us also. Because if we start saying Jai Jinendra in the morning, the kids will reciprocate by saying Jai Jinendra. Before they go to sleep, if we say sorry, if I may have yelled at you, I may have poured my frustration on you, they may automatically come and say sorry. Hey, listen, sorry. I may have misbehaved, I may have been rude. So it's the three simple things. Begin your day with Jai Jinendra, the afternoon with Supat Pradhan Bhav, and end your day with sorry. Three simple things, doable.
4 o'clock. Should we continue? Should we stop? We are available. If you want to ask any one-on-one questions, we are available. So, Ajay bhai, we stop this session, but if you have any question, you want to ask one-on-one, we are available here. Thank you very much for your patience.
We have a little memory gift for all of you.
Yes.
So if all of you can please come up here, we would love to give it.
I can come this side.
Guys can come here. Please can come here. All the guys can come here.
Right.
Jai Shri Ram.